be yours? Can I be yours? Just tell me I'm yours.
What's your name?
Lily. You?
Ryle.
Know that and I know that it's not going when you never tell. Night falling.
What is up, gang? Welcome back to the channel. I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that subscribed lately. I appreciate you guys so much for helping me get one step closer to my goal of 500 subs by the end of the year. Thank you guys so much, and let's get right into it. We're going to talk about It Ends With Us, the movie. First and foremost, let me say Ryan Reynolds and his lady think y'all slick, Blake. How y'all gonna drop a movie back to back, huh? Trying to double up on the cash, huh? Smart, you know. And he had her, I think, in the Deadpool movie. Sick. Little spoiler alerts, kind of, sort of. Not gonna give it up too much. Yo, pause. What the hell? Anyways, let's get right into it. Overall, I think the movie was a very good movie. Very entertaining. Kept you on the edge of your seat, I think, a lot of the time. And I think that yeah, they did a very good job of addressing the subject or the topic of domestic violence, how it's probably more common than we think in the world today, and then just how people, you know, yeah, learn to accept it or try to hide from it or try to justify why it happens. I think the movie, filmed as a movie, was really, really good. The storyline is really great. The actors were in it were super good. I really did like that. It really got you emotionally involved and invested. And fuck it, here we go. Spoilers are coming in. When they show the acts of domestic violence, maybe a little bit over the top, you know, when it starts from Lily Blossom, the main character, which is played by Blake, and flashbacks to her childhood and how the dad would be with the mother. I think a little bit over the top on like how violent this fool was, but hey, that doesn't mean that doesn't happen. I guess they're really trying to drive that home. Also, another thing that happened in the movie. This could be controversial because of like the overall meaning of the movie, which is addressing the domestic violence. But come on now, homegirl Blake or Lily Blossom Bloom. You guys, if you haven't seen the movie, you don't know. Anyways, fucking, she meets up with her old high school love, her first love or whatever, like rekindles it. She has a tattoo that's a reminder of that. When asked about it by her new man, kind of tries to hide it, like doesn't address it or nothing, right? Because she thinks it's a thing of the past and it's not gonna come to light at all. But long story short, it does. She does come back in contact with her ex-man or ex-love, whatever. He is aware of how her dad used to be on her mom, and that's just something that she experienced. And he was able to relate with her because that was kind of his what happened to him in his home and why he was in the situation he was in. But anyways, that's besides the point. This guy gets in contact with her. Her man finds out about it. There's a big old scene about it. And the dude tells her, like, hey, man, do me a solid. Like, do me a favor. Just cut all ties with this dude, please. Like, all right? Okay. She says, yeah, I will. All right, cool. Then homeboy eventually, sometime later down the line, comes down to her spot and, you know, tries to kind of apologize and everything. And then ends up writing his phone number on a card and then puts it in between the phone and freaking and just tells her in case you need it or whatever. Cool. They go their separate ways. Homegirl goes out. She gets married to her new man. You know, everything is all fucking fine and dandy. Didn't mention it to her man. That dude came around. Didn't mention it that he was talking to her, that he was like trying to be apologetic. Um, and then she asked this fool like, "Hey, go charge my phone." Of course, this guy happens to go charge the phone, drops it. It opens up. He finds the card with the number of the guy's name in it. She tries to respond, "Oh my God, what happened?" Right? And then, like, what I don't like, right? It doesn't justify anything that happens next. But what I don't like is her trying to act like, "Oh my God, whoop de whoop, I'm sorry, this and that." Like, bro, you already had promised. You know, why did you not bring that up in the first place? Why did you not mention it? All this could have been avoided, I feel like, right? I feel like a lot of us, like men, sometimes we're also emotional people, right? And we don't want to just react right away like that. But he's like trying to fucking contain himself. She's just all like, "Oh, baby, baby, I'm sorry, this and that. It means nothing. It means nothing." Finally, he asked her like, "Do you love him? Do you still love him?" type stuff. And she can't answer. She's all like, "I don't know." That's crazy, bro. You're married to this guy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, if it was on the shoe was on the other foot, it'd be a whole thing, right? And I'd be like, "Nah, dip, whatever." We could say the same thing. He's mad. He's just super irate right now. Justifiably so. He just got married to this girl. He's trying to start a family with her. And freaking, you just find this out after you had already had an altercation with the guy. And then you had told her, like, "Hey, don't do this," you know? Now he's trying to dip. He's trying to just separate himself from the situation. She's over here, "Baby, baby, this, that," you know, trying to like get her 2 cents in. Mind you, I would want the same, just kind of separate myself at the moment. Like, let me calm down, let me breathe, let me relax, right? So we skip to the next scene where he's trying to get out of the building. She follows him and he's running. He's all like, "What?" And then in the movie, at first it shows them kind of get into like altercation where she falls down the stairs, right? Next thing you know, he's taking care of her because he's a doctor, by the way, spoiler alert. And he's just making sure that she's good. And she has like these flashbacks, like what happened, this and that. Now this is the second act of aggression and violence towards her. The first one was in the cooking incident where they show him reaching into the oven. She's trying to tell him, "Hey, food, don't touch that shit. It's hot. You're going to burn yourself. Get a glove." And he goes and tries to grab it like that as she's approaching to get him a glove. And he kind of pulls like this. And he ends up hitting her, right? And like knocks her down. Apparently it was that high. He just freaking backhanded her. So that was the first act. Now the second act, she gets pushed down the stairs. At that point in the movie, I get, I understand the act of violence and stuff. But it's how like, come on now. Homie said, "Leave me alone. Like, just give me my space and this and that." Does that give him the right to push her down the stairs or whatever happened? Not really, right? That doesn't justify it. But I think they could have done a better scenario, in my opinion, right there. Like, that's the only thing that I could say, like, to demonstrate this aggression or this kind of violence. But I guess it comes in many ways, right? I think that's the picture they were trying to paint. I don't know. Anywho, she ends up kind of separating herself from this guy, leaving him, if you will, like the house, because now they're married, remember? So she goes to her first love, and he like takes her in. He takes her to the doctor to go checked out. Finds out she's pregnant from this guy. As they're having some dialogue, she's remembering in actuality flashbacks to when he burned himself. It wasn't that he burned himself and his reaction caused him to hit her. He was hot and then backhanded her. Okay, understood there. Cool. Again, spoiler alert. If you haven't watched it, I'm sorry. Don't be watching this shit. And now the second one, right, which is the whole falling down the stairs thing. She comes to try and get in front of him, and he just chucks her down the stairs. Okay, again, that's a whole different story. I think in that angle, yes, she's obviously trying to like get him to come back, and she's trying to show him that she's apologetic and whatnot, and that I understand. But also, like, hey, the dude said like I said, dude was like, "Hey, leave me alone," type shit. Like, bro, just leave him alone. Fuck it, let him leave. He'll come back. You'll talk about it later. But again, it's a movie. They have to highlight this stuff. I was just saying they could have done it maybe with another kind of scenario, which would lead into like the overall separation. There was one more scenario that I'm gonna leave out because um, that one's a little bit more graphic, and I think that's better for the movie. But overall, the movie is super good, right? Super touching, and like if I had to rate it out of 10, that movie's a 10. Like the actors killed it in that movie. Blake killed it. The storytelling was great, except for that little one part that I said. But overall, I say, hey, what a great movie. Puts it into perspective, like how many people are out there like that are concealing that within themselves or trying to justify that for their partner. Like that's not okay. If you're in any kind of abusive relationship, you have to take action and put your safety first, and you have to get out of there no matter what, by any means. Like it's never okay for a man to put his hands on a woman, or just in general your partner to put their hands on you at all. This movie is really touching. I'm trying to be as a critic, as much of a critic as possible without giving too many spoilers. So I want you guys to go see the movie. If you've seen it already, leave a like, comment down below what you guys think. And if you haven't and you're watching this shit, I'm sorry, but now you kind of have something to look forward to as the movie's going, because I'm not giving you everything. But yeah, man, they freaking killed it. And then obviously the title of the movie is It Ends With Us. Honestly, perfect. The way that they delivered that line, like It Ends With Us, was perfect. It wasn't like some catchy freaking typical and it ends with us, like I don't know. It was like the way that it was delivered by the actor, or sorry, the actress, was pretty spot on. Like it hit perfect. I was actually waiting for that, anticipating that, and just the way that it was delivered, it was very touching. It was a very, very good movie. Anyways, guys, again, thank you guys for subscribing. I appreciate you guys' support. Keep subscribing, keep liking, comment down below. Let me know if you already seen the movie, if you're on the way to see the movie, and what you guys thought. Anyways, guys, thanks so much. Peace out. Appreciate y'all. See you on the next one.